I've been in so many relationships where I lost myself in the other person. I didn't even know who I was or what I stood for because I was such a pushover and I just said yes to everything the other person told me. I had no sense of self, no sense of direction. And think about it, when you're with somebody and then all of a sudden that other half of you is gone, you kind of got to fill up the other half. I'm sure some of us have felt this weird concoction of sadness, despair, trying to figure out how you actually spend time again because most of it has been spent with the other person. It's a weird feeling. But what hurts even more than some of these emotions that you feel immediately after a breakup, this time that you're trying to navigate, is a dark realization. And I think a lot of us have had that realization when we open up our phones and on someone's story, we see the hoodie, we see the hand, we see the forehead of someone else. And we realize something sad but true. You were a blip. You were a blip. An afterthought. You were one of many. And the person that you had this feeling of, why did you betray me? Why did you cheat on me? Why couldn't have this worked? They've moved on. Or at least it seems like they did. Maybe they're trying to rebound. Maybe they're trying to make you jealous. Maybe they're going to come crawling back saying, please, 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 on some Sabrina Carpenter. Or maybe they've just genuinely moved on. This happened to me a few times. I felt like the emotions I was going through, well, like they weren't being validated by the other person. But the truth is that's not their job. It's not their job at all. Everyone has different paces of moving on, and some of us move on quicker than others. For some people, you were just a blip. You were just a blip. You were one of many. But that shouldn't change the fact that maybe that person was one of a few, and they mattered to you, and those emotions are okay. Getting over a breakup is hard. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. It's draining. Because you have to keep thinking about them. You do every time you open your Photos app. Anytime your friend asks you, hey, how are they? And you have to say, we're not together anymore. It's weird. It's so weird. And the way that you feel in a breakup is valid. It's okay to feel those kind of emotions, especially real talk when the other person has moved on. That's happened a few times for me. The other person is doing just fine. I'm the one who's taking the time and having to really reflect on things. And that's really what it is. After a relationship, you're going to reflect. You're going to think about the relationship. You're going to unpack the things that happen because sometimes you need those rose-tinted glasses to be shattered in front of you, somebody to step on them, to realize, dang, this person really wasn't good for me. This person really was bad. They were bad. They were controlling. They didn't like me for me. Or maybe this person was really good for me. Maybe I messed up bad because I decided, you know what? They're never going to find out that I'm talking to my ex of a couple of years. They're not going to find that out. They will. They always will. Maybe you messed up. Maybe that person was really good for you. Maybe it was the right person, the wrong time. Or it was the right time and the wrong person. But if you were just a blip and you feel as if, what the heck? This person shouldn't be moving on. They should still think about me. You have to understand that's a selfish thought. And the best thing you can do in a breakup, the best thing you can do when you're no longer together is let go. is let go. You have to just let it go. Let the other person go. If you love me, let me go. Real talk. I've felt tempted in the past to pocket watch my ex, to feel some type of way when they were going forward with their life and they were doing the things that are good for them. That was less time that I had to focus on my own self, to focus on how I felt. Because after you two are through, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. And it's none of their business. And sometimes they're going to be nosy. There's people like that. They just want to prey on your downfall. It happens too. I mean, that's life. But you have to let it go. And letting it go comes with time. It comes with a lot of time and a lot of processing. You have to give yourself time to think it through, to realize what happened, to just catch yourself up. I've been in so many relationships where I lost myself in the other person. I didn't even know who I was or what I stood for because I was such a pushover and I just said yes to everything the other person told me. I had no sense of self, no sense of direction. And think about it, when you're with somebody and then all of a sudden that other half of you is gone, you kind of got to fill up the other half. And there is so much power and beauty in realizing that that 2-year relationship, that 2-month relationship was just a blip. Because think about it. If you experienced those emotions in that amount of time with that one person, you are about to experience so many more. And that doesn't just mean relationships, it means friendships too. As we grow older, a lot of us are going to naturally cut ties. We're going to grow out of our other friends. And we'll realize that we were just a blip. And that better friendships, more important friendships, friendships that feel more genuine than you could ever imagine, exist. And they're going to be around the corner. And those are the ones that we have to look forward to. Because the more time we keep pondering about, man, this relationship went this way and my ex is now with this person. It's like, bro, that energy could be spent focusing on you. On you. And sometimes you can't help yourself. You got to, keep an eye out for Selena. You got to see what's up. You got to see how is she doing. Hey, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm a perfect man. I'm far from it. But time and time again, every time I do that, I catch myself and I think, you know what? This person was a part of my life at this time. They've changed. They've moved on. And that is good for them. Have I changed? Have I moved on? Absolutely. And if that's the case, I got business to attend to. I got other things I got to do. Worrying about this person is not one of them. It's no longer one of them. Because I was just a blip. I was just a blip. I was one of many, and that is a good thing. So if you feel upset that somebody else has moved on from you and you are no longer their world, just know it's a universe out there. There are millions of galaxies where you can find your next star. Zerky Show. I love you so much. You are worthy of love. It just takes time, man. It takes time. Just be patient. It will come. But you got to do something about it. You got to go out there. Make yourself known. Meet some people. Go to a park. Chop it up with someone new. I know I sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. We are in unprecedented times. If you want to stay tapped in with the Zerky Show, these are the ways to do it. You can watch it. You can listen to it. There you go. Do the things that bring you the most joy, because this life is too short to do anything else. Travel someplace new. Even if it's a town over from where you live, just go on an adventure. Make it happen for yourself. Not for anybody else, but yourself. And just know, I believe in you. Zerky Show. Peace. Peace.